probably just having a weird reaction. I'm sure we all had weird reactions when we found out.
I know I did.
Lisa Robin Kelly as Laurie Forman, That 90s Show. Multiple tragedies loomed over the That 70s Show franchise when this sequel series arrived. Among them was the death of Lisa Robin Kelly, who played Eric's sister Laurie throughout the first few seasons.
Well, I'm glad we're all eating dinner together as a family.
Yeah, it's nice, especially since Laurie could make it from all the way across town.
Kelly suddenly left the sitcom due to personal issues, including substance use. Christina Moore replaced her in season 6 until Laurie was written out altogether.
Hey, little brother. Hey, hubby.
Don't hubby me. I'm mad at you.
Aw, but I brought you a souvenir.
Kelly died in 2013, a decade before That 90s Show premiered. While we give the producers credit for not recasting the role again, Laurie is awkwardly only mentioned a couple of times. The last we hear of her is when Kitty reflects on Laurie's criminal tendencies.
When I had a teenage daughter, I did a lot of yelling. But I wish I could take all those moments back. Kids don't steal trucks or in my daughter's case, rob a Kmart with her pastor for no apparent reason.
It's supposed to be funny, but it just reminds us of Kelly's legal troubles. Joseph Kearns as George Wilson, Dennis the Menace. When we think of Dennis the Menace, two things come to mind: his trusty slingshot and his long-suffering neighbor, good old Mr. Wilson. Despite his best intentions, Dennis had a way of getting into trouble, with Mr. Wilson often enduring the consequences.
Sheepers, what's the matter, Mr. Wilson?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a little crick in my back.
Uh-oh.
Their dynamic was at the core of the show, which suffered a curveball when Joseph Kearns died in 1962. Ironically, the last episode to air before Kearns' death centered on Mr. Wilson making a will, concerned his days are numbered.
Your father is trying to say that the watch goes to you after I die, Dennis.
Sheepers, aren't you feeling well, Mr. Wilson?
Dennis, I feel wonderful. In fact, if I felt any better, I'd be worried.
The final episode featuring Kearns aired toward the end of season 3. By the fourth and final season, George and Martha had moved away. John and Eloise Wilson served as replacements, but it wasn't the same without the old Mr. Wilson.
Eloise, do you realize that food Dennis is spilling all over our carpet cost me $3.65?
Yes, dear. Plus tax.
Leslie Dwyer as Mr. William Partridge, Heidi High. When a cast member passes away, some shows choose to have their characters die as well. This British sitcom took that approach when actor Leslie Dwyer died. Kind of.
It's a dummy! It's a tailor's dummy! It isn't Partridge at all!
Dwyer, who played bitter children's performer Mr. Partridge, succumbed to respiratory failure in 1986. Toward the beginning of the 7th series, Mr. Partridge is seemingly discovered in the pool with a knife in his back.
I'll go and dial 999.
Hang on a minute. We're not doing anything till we've rung Joe Maplin. If this gets out, it could ruin him.
I don't care about Joe Maplin. There's been a murder. A poor old man's been done to death.
Stop getting hysterical, Spike. Come with me and keep your mouth shut.
The episode mixes quirky farce, murder mystery, and dark comedy, but it feels a little too dark and tasteless, knowing that the actor who played Mr. Partridge died in real life. In the end, it's revealed that Mr. Partridge faked his murder and ran off with a woman. It would be a funny twist if Dwyer weren't actually dead.
How could he have gone to so much trouble just to have revenge on us? I mean, what did we ever do to him?
He was bitter, Spike. And a bitter man will go to any lengths.
Pete Duell as Hannibal Hayes, Joshua Smith, alias Smith and Jones. This western centered on a couple of cousins on the run, trying to leave their criminal past behind. Pete Duell played one half of the reformed outlaws as Hannibal Hayes, who also goes by Joshua Smith.
We're not going to deny that we're carrying Hayes. There's no use in doing that, because you heard everything we said back there. But what you didn't hear was that we haven't done any outlawing in almost a year.
That's right. If we can just stay out of trouble and out of jail, the governor of the Wyoming Territory is going to cancel those warrants for our arrest.
As the second season aired, Duell took his own life, having been dealing with depression, substance use, and legal issues. With Duel being integral, executive producer Joe Swirling Jr. felt the most logical and respectful decision would be to end the show. ABC didn't agree, reportedly telling Swirling that they'd sue if he didn't fulfill his contract.
Woo-wee, that's a lot of money.
Yep, and I think there's the same amount on the other one.
Well, I'll be darned if there ain't.
Roger Davis, the show's narrator, thus filled in as the new Hannibal Hayes. It wasn't long after that Alias Smith and Jones was canceled, with many feeling the show died with Duel.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, because I've been thinking the same thing. I guess it's being way up here all alone.
Dan Blocker as Eric Hoss Cartwright, Bonanza. From one classic Western to another, the long-running Bonanza ended the same month as Alias Smith and Jones. A scheduling change and the declining popularity of Westerns contributed to this. Another reason was the death of Dan Blocker a year earlier.
We ain't coming to Dennis Dwyer, and he wants us to get out from under this place.
Joseph, that was before he knew about the fortune.
Oh, fortune. Now, that's fairy tale talk. There's no fortune in this
Wait
job.
till Dolly Ripple comes in and you ask him yourself.
Playing gentle giant Hoss Cartwright, Blocker had been with the show from the beginning, appearing in 415 of its 431 episodes. After all this time, Hoss deserved a proper send-off. At the start of the final season, though, Hoss is just gone.
For your information, I'm not even nervous.
Oh, yeah? Then how come you're nailing your fingers to the roof?
You keep your mind on your work and never mind the jokes, little brother.
While not outright ignored, Hoss's death is such an elephant in the room. Co-star Michael Landon said, quote, "It might not please everybody. I'm sure that some people would rather have a whole hour memorial to Dan, but we just couldn't do that."
Joe? I said we better get going.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman as Bill McNeil, NewsRadio.
We're really sinking.
Right. You got me. Bill, he's not joking. The ship is sinking.
We're sinking.
Yes.
Huh. Well, more cognac, anyone?
Weeks after NewsRadio aired its season 4 finale, Phil Hartman was murdered by his wife Bryn, who subsequently turned the gun on herself. When the sitcom returned, it was revealed that Hartman's character, Bill McNeil, died from a heart attack.
Well, as far as memorial services go, I thought that was very nice.
Yes, it was.
Very nice. Nice.
The flowers sure were beautiful.
This explanation is somewhat uncomfortable, knowing that Hartman's death was much darker. Still, the episode is respectfully done, with everyone's love for Hartman and grief over his death on display. After this touching tribute, though, NewsRadio just couldn't move on. John Lovitz tried to fill his late friend's shoes. Of course, this casting choice also carried an uneasy sentiment, as Lovitz blamed co-star Andy Dick for allegedly giving Bryn cocaine not long before the murder. For all these reasons, the final season is almost unwatchable.
Even if it was the most eloquent and moving eulogy ever delivered, Bill still would have told me it sucked.
And you enjoyed that?
No, not particularly, but I kind of got used to it, and, now that he's, not here to do it anymore.
Just makes you miss him more.
Yeah, it really does.
Red Fox as Alexander Alfonso Royal, the royal family.
Where's Al? Out in the car eating his bowling ball?
Mrs. Royal, it's about Al. We got some awful news.
Best known for Sanford and Son, Red Fox staged a TV comeback with the royal family, which Eddie Murphy created. The sitcom centered on Fox's Alexander Royal and his wife Victoria, played by Della Reese. After barely a month on the air, Fox endured chest issues on set. At first, some thought Fox was recycling one of Fred Sanford's classic bits. This heart attack was real, though, and Fox didn't recover.
The doctor comes out and says, Mrs. Fox, we've done all that we can do, and your husband is gone. And standing this close were two of the producers. And they said, what are we going to do with this script?
With the star gone, it didn't make sense for the show to continue. The producers tried anyway, bringing in Jackée Harry as Victoria's half-sister, who was later retconned as her daughter. The writers scrambled to figure out how the show could function without Fox. Short answer, it couldn't, ending with 2 episodes unaired.
Can't you just accept that I want to be here in a time of need?
Oh, I accept it. I just want to know what it is you need.
Nancy Marchand as Livia Soprano, The Sopranos. HBO was aware that Nancy Marchand was living with lung cancer when she landed the role of Tony Soprano's mother. Although Livia was supposed to die in season 1, Marchand reportedly convinced David Chase to keep her around.
I just worry about you.
And don't start with that nursing home business again.
It's not a nursing home. How many times do I gotta say this? It's a retirement community. You're an active senior your own age. You go places, you do things.
I've seen these women in these nursing homes, in these wheelchairs, babbling like idiots. You eat your eggplant.
Heading into season 3, Chase had big plans for Livia Soprano, who was going to testify against her son. Chase had to change course when Marchand's cancer took its toll.
Svetlana's waiting for us over there.
She's dead.
I'm sorry, Dad. That your mom died.
Although Livia dies from a stroke off screen, she was given a final scene with Tony using old sound clips and CGI. It's awkwardly apparent to the audience that this scene was devised after Marchand died. Not only is it distracting, but it adds little to Livia's character arc, making us question why it even exists.
Now look here. I don't like that kind of talk. Now just stop it. It upsets me.
Willie Garson as Stanford Blatch. And just like that, when Sex and the City returned with this sequel series, everyone mourned the loss of a beloved character. No, not Mr. Big. Obviously, we mean Stanford.
What a chic place for a funeral.
Trust me, it's the only chic place for a funeral. Thank God for these lesbians.
Willie Garson was on board to reprise his role as one of Carrie's best friends. Garson even shot 3 episodes, but he died from pancreatic cancer during production. And just like that, Stanford left his husband, moved to Japan to manage a TikToker, and then somehow wound up as a Shinto monk who doesn't care about possessions anymore, all of which occurs off-screen.
Good Photoshop. What's the bit?
No. It's no bit. He had a big, ugly fight with his TikTok client. She fired him and ran off to Berlin. He wandered around Kyoto for days crying. Eventually found his way into a temple where, I guess, he stopped crying.
We get that there wasn't an easy way to explain Stanford's sudden absence, and they weren't going to have another funeral right after Biggs. Still, this has the carelessness of I'm sorry, I can't, don't hate me.
By the time you read this, I'll be in Tokyo. I mean, who is he, the lost Bronte sister?
He said he couldn't bring himself to tell you he was leaving face to face after Big died.
Right, and a note is so much more compassionate.
Freddie Prinze as Francisco Chico Rodriguez. Chico and the Man.
If you're looking for a job, forget it.
I told you I don't want a job.
Good.
I want to be part of something. I want to belong. I want my place in the sun.
Go to the beach.
It's never easy for a show to proceed after a cast member dies, especially when it's a lead. The world was shocked and devastated when Freddie Prinze took his life at the height of his comedy career, which seemed like it was just getting started. Prinze reached another level of popularity as one half of Chico and the Man.
Oh, I wish I could talk to you in Spanish.
Why? What do you want to say?
Get out of my garage.
Well, do you want to say that in a friendly form or for strangers?
Although many felt the show should have ended after Prince's death, the final episodes of season 3 moved forward without Chico. At the beginning of season 4, Ed takes a kid named Raul under his wing, nicknaming him Chico. It's later revealed that the real Chico died. Despite Ed's comment that you're all Chicos, there was truly only one, and the show didn't last without him.
Man, I won't need an extra half hour for lunch today, tomorrow, any other day. I'm leaving the garage and I'm leaving you.
Which show do you think mishandled the death of an actor? Let us know in the comments.
They never did treat him with the respect that he should have had.